My dear friends, today I am taking a question when police may arrest without warrant. According to section 41(1), any police officer may, without an order from the magistrate and without warrant, arrest any person. In, in what cases? I am going to define one by one. First, A. Who has been concerned in any cognizable offense or against whom a reasonable complaint has been made or credible information has been received or a reasonable suspicion exists of having been so concerned. This is the first reason a police officer may arrest any person. Second, B. Who has in his possession, without lawful excuse, the burden of proving which excuse shall lie on such person any implement of house breaking. Third reason, who has been proclaimed as an offender either under this code or by order of the state government. Fourth condition, D. Who obstruct a police officer while in execution of his duty, or who has escaped or attempts to escape from lawful custody. So, these are the cases in which a police officer can arrest any person who founds under these conditions. There are more conditions. Now I am taking next E. My dear friend, E point, in whose possession anything is found. This is the fifth point, in whose possession anything is found which may reasonably be suspected to be stolen property and who may be reasonably be suspected having committed an offense with reference to such thing or with reference to such stolen property. This is the fifth condition in which a police officer can arrest a person. Sixth, F. Who is reasonably suspected of being a deserter from any of the armed forces of the Union government. My dear friend, this is the important point. If any persons found a deserter from any of the armed forces of the Union government, police can arrest him at once. This is the sixth point. Now, next, seventh point, Z. Who has been concerned in any act committed at any place out of India, which, if committed in India, would have been punishable as an offense, and for which he is under any law relating to extradition or otherwise liable to be arrested or detained in custody in India. This is the seventh condition in which, my dear friend, any person found in India or out of India who have committed an offense and he is found in India, police may arrest him. As eighth condition, who being a released convict commits a breach of any rule made under subsection 5 of the section 356. This is the eighth condition, in which if any person found guilty, a police officer can arrest him without the order of magistrate or any warrant. Now I am taking ninth condition. My dear friends, I have taken 8 categories in which a police officer can arrest under these 8 categories without any order from the magistrate or without a warrant. Now the last condition, ninth, I, for whose arrest any requisition, whether written or oral, has been received from another police officer, provided that the requisition specifies the person to be arrested and the offense or other cause for which the arrest is to be made, and it appears therefrom that the person might lawfully be arrested without a warrant by the officer who issued the requisition. My dear friends, this ninth category is a very important category. In this category, if other police officers send a requisition to arrest a person whose name and address is given in that requisition, the other officer, police officer, can arrest under the order of that another officer who made the requisition or who sent the requisition to the concerned police officer. Now, the conclusion of these 9 conditions is given. It may be noted that the cases where a police officer may arrest a person without warrant are specified in Schedule 1 of this code. These 9 conditions are specified in Schedule 1 of this code. This section enumerates 9 categories from A to I, as I have mentioned, from A to I, of offences and cases relating to where a police officer may arrest any person without any order from a magistrate and without a warrant. So, my dear friends, I have defined 2 or 3 times. There are 9 categories under which a police officer can arrest without any order from the magistrate or without a warrant. These 9 conditions are under the Schedule 1 of this code. So, this is the case in which a police officer can arrest any person. So, this is the first question. This question has 3 parts. When a police officer can arrest any person, or arrest by a private person, or arrest by magistrate. Now I am taking by arrest by a private person. My dear friends, second point, arrest by a private person. Procedure. According to section 43(1), any private person may arrest who in his presence commits a non-bailable. Here you see non-bailable and cognizable offense, or any proclaimed offender without any delay. such person may be arrested by a private person. And with the help of the police officer, he is to be taken in custody to the nearest police station. My dear friend, this is the first condition in which a private person can arrest any person if he does a non-bailable or cognizable offense. And after arresting that person, he must be sent to the nearest police station. Second point, if there is a reason to believe that such persons comes under the provision of S41, a police officer shall re-arrest him. Third condition, if there is a reason to believe that he has committed a non-cognizable offense and he refuses on the demand of a police officer to give his name. My dear friend, here you see here, if he on demand by police officer to give his name and address, or second, he gives a name and residence or address which such police officer has a reason to believe to be false. If he gives wrong statement, wrong address and wrong name, police officer may arrest him again, and he shall be, which such officer has reason to believe to be false, he shall be dealt under this provision, section 42. It means he can be arrested again. But if no reason, my dear friends, here you see, if there is no reason to be believe that he has committed an offense, he be released at once. This is the condition. So, my dear friends, in first part, when a police officer can arrest a person, second, when a private person can arrest a person, and in third part, when a magistrate can arrest any person. I am taking now third part. My dear friends, third, arrest by magistrate. I have defined arrest by police officer, arrest by private person, and third, arrest by magistrate. So, according to the S44(1), when any offense is committed in the presence of magistrate, whether executive or judicial, within his local jurisdiction, he may himself arrest or order any person to arrest the offender and may thereupon, subject to the provisions herein contained as to bail, commit the offender to custody. Second point, any magistrate, whether executive or judicial, may at any time arrest or direct the arrest in his presence within his local jurisdiction of any person for whose arrest he is competent at the time and in the circumstances to issue a warrant. This is the second condition magistrate can apply to arrest a offender. And how arrest can be made? Arrest how made? According to section 46(1), in making an arrest, the police officer or any person shall touch or confine the body of the person to be arrested unless by word or action. My dear friend, this is the procedure of arresting a offender or any person by the magistrate. Magistrate may be judicial or executive. He can arrest a person. So this is the procedure of arresting any person or any offender by the magistrate. So in this question, my dear friends, I have defined three categories of arresting. First category, arrest by police officer. Second category, arrest by private person. Third category, arrest by magistrate. And I have explained these three categories of arresting a person or an offender in detail. So, I think the concept of this question or the matter of this question is clear. So, my dear friend, as I have requested in previous videos, now in this video also I want to make a request to you in the end. Please subscribe the channel. I shall be very thankful to you.